Chapter 10. What the Mouse Found. Most young mice cause their parents to worry every now and then, but most young mice do not play with mouse traps for fun. Needless to say, Mr. and Mrs. Tilling were exceptionally concerned. They decided it was time for a talk with Despereaux's teacher. Despereaux's school stood on top of an old chess table. It was a formal-looking schoolhouse, built from a series of leather-bound books and topped with the graduation cap. And the Tillings cowered respectively as they entered. They found Despereaux's classroom and took a seat inside. "We're worried about him," said Lester, sitting uncomfortably before the teacher. "He doesn't scurry. He doesn't cower. At first we thought he would grow out of it, but—" "Well, he scurries sometimes," Antoinette interrupted. "But not when he's scared. He just does it for fun. And he never cowers. We've showed him how, but—" Despereaux's teacher smiled. "Well, some kids are slower than others. He'll cower in time. We'll work on it." "Yes, but—" Lester began. "It'll be fine, I promise," the teacher assured him. Despereaux's teacher kept her word and began reinforcing cowering skills the very next day at school. "All right, settle down," she ordered the rowdy mice before her. In her paws she held a large deck of flashcards. "Ready, class?" She raised the first card for Despereaux and his classmates to see. On it was a picture of Swiss cheese. The mice leaned forward in interest. Then came Cheddar. Again the mice leaned forward, licking their lips. "Good," said the teacher. "And another one, some Brie." "Good, excellent." And finally, a carving knife. "Ah!" the class squealed. The mice screamed and hid under desks, covering their faces with their paws. But Despereaux did not do any of these things. Despereaux Tilling stared straight ahead. "Despereaux," the teacher chided. "Yes?" "You didn't cower." "Looks like a sword," he said. "It's a carving knife," she said, shocked. "It's beautiful," Despereaux said, sighing. "It's dangerous." Despereaux smiled, savoring the word. Do you have any more?" he asked. To Despereaux, danger was delicious, so it was only a matter of time before the danger-hungry mouse found the dark edge of town and what lay in it. This part of the mouse world was a graveyard for everything the mice couldn't use. It was a filthy place where unwanted objects decayed in huge forgotten piles, where once in a great while an unwanted mouse went to disappear forever. Despereaux had spotted an iron grate there, and for some reason it was causing an unprecedented amount of cowering among his friends. Curious, Despereaux slid down the slope that led to the gate. "Despereaux, where are you going?" asked his friend. "We're not even supposed to be here." "That's the dungeon. There are rats down there." "And they'll eat you," said a second mouse. "And pull your arms off," added a third. The tiny mouse neared the grate, and as he did, his ears twitched and turned toward it. Despereaux heard a distant noise coming from deep below. It was some kind of strange and horrible singing, a low chanting. Despereaux peered into the abyss. "How far down is it?" "I don't know," said the first mouse. "No one has ever come back." "How come?" Despereaux asked. "'Cause," the mouse said, trembling. "'Cause that's where you go when you get, said the second mouse. "Banished?" said Despereaux, looking back toward his friends. "What do you get banished for?" The shuddering mice gasped and talked over one another. "Oh, you know. Rules and, breaking the— can't even talk about it, 'cause that's one of the rules." Surely you will not be surprised to learn that Despereaux was not paying any attention to his friends' warnings. "Despereaux," his friends pleaded. "I just want to have a quick look," Despereaux said. He stopped to listen again for the chanting. trying to make out the words as to what unspeakable horrors laid below. Despereaux walked closer to the grate. He went right up to its edge, close enough to detect a smell rising from it, a wretched, rotting, nightmarish stench. "We gotta get out of here," one of his friends whispered. Despereaux crawled out onto a long plank that jutted over the grate. The other mice shook to the tips of their ears. "Oh my gosh, oh no, oh sheesh, uh-oh," they chattered. "Despereaux, you can't feed them," one whispered loudly. But Despereaux was already leaning over the plank and holding out a crumb. Could the rats smell it, he wondered? Could they smell him? "Hello," he called. He stared into the nothingness and heard his own voice eerily return to him. "Hello." The other mice covered their eyes. "Here you go, whoever you are," Despereaux said. The mouse let go of the crumb and watched as the darkness swallowed it whole.